Hello, in this video we're going to talk about how to graph using standard form and what the intercepts are and how we use those to graph. So in this question we see it says plot the intercepts to graph the equation. This will also help if you are just asked to find the intercepts. And so when we talk about this word here, intercepts, what we are talking about are the X and Y intercepts, right? Where our graph crosses the X and Y axis. Now, just as a little reminder, because we know what these are, right? We know that these are where our line crosses the axis. The x-intercept as a point always follows the form of x is a number, but our y is 0, right? That is how you stay on the x-axis, is our y is 0. And our y looks similar, but is different. The y-intercept is on the y-axis, and that is going to be 0, right? X is 0, we don't move away from the line, and our y is a number. Now we're going to use this when we start plotting, finding, and graphing the intercepts for a line. Now I'm going to leave this up, and I'm probably going to run out of room because of it, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the x-intercept and y-intercept of our equation right here. It does not matter which one you start with. I'm just going to follow alphabetical order, and I'm going to go to find the x-intercept first. When I do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the 8x, but remember, our y-coordinate for an x-intercept is 0. I know what the y is. It's 0. So I'm going to substitute in 0 for y, and that's still equal to 24. Okay, now, what's going to happen? Because y is 0, this piece right here is going to go away. And I'm going to be left with 8x is equal to 24. In a minute, I'll talk about how to do a shortcut. But what is absolutely crucial is that you show yourself that 8x equals 24. You write that number times x is whatever. That way, when you finish, you know what you have. I would solve this equation. I would divide both sides by 8, and we find that x is 3. What that means is on the x-axis, my line crosses at positive 3. Why is it doing this? Oh my goodness. So, I am going to struggle drawing a point on this. There we go. And that's way too big. Okay, so imagine I did it the first time. Here, there's close enough. X is 3. Now, that's 1 point. I need 2. I'm going to do the same thing for my y. Now, this time, I'm going to skip that first step. I know I'm plugging in 0 for x. It's going to go away. And what I'm going to be left with is negative 4y is equal to 24. You can do this. You can hear or watch people say, hey, you just cover it up and solve. Right? The covering up is coming from, you substitute in 0 and everything else goes away. Make sure you still show this y piece so you know what you have. I would divide both sides by negative 4, and I find that y is equal to negative 6. Okay, what this means is that my y-intercept is happening at y is equal to negative 6. And there, oh my God. There's my point. Okay. Side note, if you know how to make it stop doing that, please let me know. So now I found my intercepts. I found my intercepts by plugging in 0 and solving for the other one. What's crucial here is that you leave yourself a note, you show yourself some work saying this is the letter we're currently solving for, so you aren't sitting there looking at 3 and going, wait, is this an X or a Y? Once I plot those 2 points, I would connect them with a line, and here's me graphing in standard form. Again, we have to do it this way because standard form's purpose is to look pretty and to look nice and not have fractions or decimals, not to necessarily be useful for graphing. As you're continuing to work on these, if you have questions, please let me know. But again, this is how we graph in standard form.